tip for the alembic is to wear layers. Because it might be hot, might be cold. Good to see you. Oh, how's the sound? It's okay, Jordan, back there? Good? Okay. So welcome to Tuesday night class. I see some new faces. Welcome to the new folks, and welcome back to the seasoned ones, well seasoned with oregano and thyme and lots of time. So my name is Chandra, Easton, and this is my weekly class. I usually follow some sort of consistent theme building on Dharma themes, and this season we are enjoying a wonderful book called On the Path to Enlightenment by Matthew Ricard. He edited, compiled, and translated wonderful, pithy teachings of great Tibetan teachers. And so this book spans the whole path, from the preliminary contemplations, foundational teachings and practices, all the way up to the really most advanced practices, you know, and if we get it, we get it. If not, we'll start again. But they offer it. They offer it up. It's not like you have to pay an extra paywall to get to the advanced stuff. It's in here. So we will be working through the book over time, and tonight we're on compassion. So it's a nice fat chapter, as it should be, and so we will continue to unpack it. Some of you were here when Gina McCarthy began to teach on the compassion chapter, so we'll keep going. Yes?
We were going to do refuge, and then we kind of didn't, and then you were like, we're going to do refuge.
Oh, right. Yes. Thank you. You reminded me. I forgot. We can do that too. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Listen, I need that. I take requests always, and I take reminders. Okay, refuge, right. As Amber reminded me, that one got skipped over, and that's a very important one. What is refuge? You've been thinking about it, right? What is refuge? Why do we go for refuge? What kind of refuge do you want to go to? What kind of refuge do you already go to in your life? And then what does that mean within the Buddhist context, the Dharma? So, thank you. Good. We will do that. And then, of course, we are always sprinkling in with compassion. So, if someone were to ask you, what is the main point of Buddhism? You might think, oh, it's to become enlightened like Buddha Shakyamuni, which is true, but what it takes to become enlightened, what is enlightenment? You know, somebody might say, well, what is enlightenment? Could you answer? Well, we will uncover this. We'll talk a little bit more. I don't want to give you everything up front, but
Feels like a trick question.
it does feel like it. Like if you meet enlightenment on the road, kill it or something like that. It's not what you think. It's not a concept. It's not a word. But compassion, I really want to highlight that developing a good heart, cultivating your good heart, watering those seeds of what's called bodhicitta, the spirit of awakening in our heart, which includes both loving kindness, compassion, these qualities of interconnectedness and recognition of the equality of all of us and the shared humanity and, you know, sentient beingness of all of us, combined with the realization that we are all interdependent and empty of separate entity existence from our own side, that there's an interdependent web that we're all a part of. All of those teachings are held within these wonderful teachings on bodhicitta. Bodhi means awakened. Chitta means heart-mind. It's the heart, mind. So I would prefer you to say, if somebody asked you what's Dharma all about, you'd say developing a good heart. It's about bodhicitta. Yeah, because there's so much in there, and that is our true nature, love and compassion and wisdom. So that's why compassion is so important, but also understanding that and the commitment to develop those qualities within us as a bodhisattva ideal, the ideal to awaken for the benefit of all beings, not just for ourselves. That is a huge part of taking refuge. So it ties in a lot of different ways. So let's begin with a sit. Tonight we will begin with practice, and then we'll do a little chanting and Dharma discussion. So go ahead and rock your body forward and back. Feel your sits bones on the cushion and really make contact with the ground beneath you. Tilt the pelvis forward, tilt it back. Notice you hold tension in your belly or your low back, sacrum, pelvic floor. Breathe into the bowl of the pelvis and release any tension you find there. It's like seaweed swaying in the ocean. And then you can rock a little side to side. You feel like a tree swaying in the wind. Let the shoulders and head go. The spinal column is the full length of the trunk of the tree that bends and yields to the wind. Feel that fluidity as you breathe up and down the spine. Good. And then find your way back to a still point and feel your sits bones nice and square on the cushion or the seat. If you're in a chair, feel your feet nice and flat on the ground to earth you. For those of us on the floor, feel the thighs, the ankles, the calves, all supported by the floor. And then feel the crown of the head reach up towards the ceiling. The chin is gently drawn towards the throat, so lengthen the back of the neck and feel like you've opened a portal at the base of the skull, right where the occiput meets the base of the skull. Breathe into that and exhale, soften any gripping, any tightness, contraction. Another breath or two in here. Feel as if the skull bones were being breathed, expanding and releasing. Again, feel the breath expand. Feel the jaw soften, facial muscles release as you exhale. And breathing naturally at your own rhythm. Notice the shoulders. See if you can draw the shoulder blades down the back. Relax the arms and the hands or palms down on the thighs. Let a feeling of inner dignity rise up within you from the base all the way up through the spine to the crown of the head, as if you're wearing a crown. The chest is lifted, this nobility that the Buddha taught. He repurposed this word, nobility, the noble, He said it doesn't refer to kings and queens, royalty, but to those who walk the path of wisdom and compassion, be of benefit in this world. That's true nobility. How does that nobility grow and live in you? Where's your connection with that good heart? Maybe a gentleness, a natural kindness. Give gratitude to those qualities within you that remind you of your nobility. And let each breath be an offering to the belly and the pelvic bowl, the seat of prana. Offer with the in-breath, receive with the out-breath. Each breath pouring life into you like water pouring into a vase. Each out-breath is an integration, a spreading of that life force throughout every cell and aspect of your being. Receiving. Relaxing the belt line. Feel if you're holding the belly or low back or sacrum. Do you trust the earth? Let her carry your burden. Carry the load for at least this session. Really put it down. Like sloughing off an old coat, the weight that you've been carrying. Fall off your shoulders. And rest on the earth. And let yourself rise. That inner nobility and luminosity within you growing with each breath. Drink in the in-breath as if it were the most divine nectar. And exhale, let that nectar spread throughout your body and soften. Trust the earth. Put down the burden. Inhale, drink it in. Exhale, receive the nourishment of the soma of the breath. Longevity elixir. How amazing. Just this breath. What if all you had to do throughout this whole session is to drink the breath? Drink it in and receive its gifts and soften into that, the yin of the receiving. Nourishing the yin, the inhale enlivening the yang. Feel the breath like a wave, rising and receding. Inhale, drinking. Exhale, integrating, receiving. The mind wanders and thinks there's something more interesting to do, then just gently acknowledge that and come back to this amazing miracle of the breath. Get fascinated with that, as if nothing were more important. You feel like you're on the precipice of the void, the precipice of loneliness, the precipice of despair. Remember, you have the breath. You're not alone. Drink the breath in. Exhale, receive relaxation, ease, release from suffering. Right around the corner, there's always the next breath. If the awareness is dull, enliven it with the yang of the in-breath. Brighten your attention with the in-breath. If your attention is overly excited and distracted, then soften and create more spacious relaxation with the out-breath. Enliven with the in-breath. Relax and open into spacious ease with the out-breath. Dialing it in. Not too tight, not too loose. Stay. release into presence. Release the brainstem, base of the skull, open that portal and release, unwind. The ahankara, the I maker. Give it a rest and rest in the luminosity of your own true nature. Awareness, rigpa, clear, open, unbound like space. And let awareness drink in the breath and receive its gifts. Let awareness breathe you. You take refuge in the breath. When in doubt, turn towards the next in-breath, receiving the gifts, remembering you're not alone. Exhale the nourishment throughout your body. Take refuge in the breath. If you get lost, turn towards the breath, take refuge in the next breath, releasing distraction, and stay under the shade of this beautiful tree. Take refuge in this body. Have you turned away from the body? Turn towards it. Take refuge in the sacred temple, the mandala of your body. Even if it gives us pain and hardship, it also is our home and gives us life. Give gratitude and take refuge in this body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the things that are working and going right. I want to make peace with you. Take refuge in your body. Take refuge in your mind. Can the mind become a place of safety, clarity, confidence, wisdom, knowing your true self-worth? Take refuge in your own mind. Even if it's not always a peaceful place to be, train up right now in the knowing of your essential goodness, your own capacity to water the seeds of joy, care, altruism, strength. This wise mind that transcends the years you've been in this body. This mind, I'm not talking about the brain, the mind, the consciousness that has lived countless lifetimes. Take refuge in your own mind. And breathe, receive the fortification, the certainty of your birthright, Buddha nature that you have within you. It's just a matter of time before you fully uncover it. Take refuge in that wish-fulfilling gem within you. The enlightened body, speech, aka breath too, and mind, are called the Vajra, body, speech, and mind. When we rest in the essence, nature of our own being, we uncover the Vajra, body, the Vajra, speech and breath, and the Vajra mind within us. This is our true nature. Take your seat. Don't hold back. Abiding in even a glimmer of the Vajra, body, speech, and mind is the ultimate self-esteem, divine pride. Don't make yourself small. That won't help anyone. Stabilize this within you. Drink it in with the breath. And all the wisdom beings celebrate. You. And when we turn to take refuge in our body, speech, and mind, the Vajra, body, speech, and mind, we learn and we know that we don't have to seek refuge outside of ourselves. We may appreciate and find respite and solace in people and places, but the ultimate refuge is right here within us. Each breath, each beating heart, and each remembrance of our essential Buddha nature, this wish-fulfilling jewel. At the moment when it comes time to shed this physical form, we know where to go. We return to the clear light nature of mind, ultimate refuge. Train in this again and again. And at the moment of death, you'll have no fear. Now we'll chant for a few minutes to Tara, the great savioress, the female Buddha of compassion. And as we chant, feel this loving, compassionate bodhicitta spread from your heart to all beings in the room and beyond the building, all beings, sentient beings. This region, filling all of space, spreading out throughout the entire world, to war-torn areas, famine, violence, despair, bringing beings everything they need to thrive, to survive, and to live a beautiful life. All of your tears, all of your prayers consolidate here with this prayer to Tara, swift like the wind, the savioress, like the North Star, guiding beings across the ocean of samsara, of suffering. Call upon her as if your life depended on it. Open your heart and see what happens. Om Namo Arya Tara, 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 Om Namo Aryatara, 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 Om Namo Aryatara. Sarah, could I get a whiteboard? The little one? Thank you. Let's stand up and stretch our legs and do a little movement. I'll guide some optional things, but you can also just do your own movement, whatever feels good for you. You can spread out and go back and around. Shake out your legs. Good. If you want, you can inhale and let it go. Make a sigh, inhale. Really make a funny sound now. What kind of funny sound can you make? Inhale. Good. All right, make the fists and pound tension out of your shoulders. Make it nice and heavy. Get the monkey off your back. Good. Good. And then spiral to the right, left. Turn the head, turn the whole spine. Deep breathing. Just feel all the circulation coming back into the extremities. Your little love pats, little taps at the juncture of the shoulder that stimulates your lung functioning. If you've got weak lungs, or if you've got bronchitis or pneumonia, you can do some patting of this area, stimulates the lung functioning. And the backhand is tapping the kidney area, the lower ribs. That's Chinese medicine said to help stimulate the kidney function, the adrenals that sit on top of the kidneys. Okay, so now last round. Yeah, if we could bring it up.
We really have the big one available. Is that
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Then at the hips. Now let's try figure 8. Figure 8 is such a great shape. Just feel it. You close your eyes and pretend like you're drawing a figure 8. Feel that continuity, the fluidity, the perfect balanced shape. And then reverse goes the other way. It's kind of hard. Let the upper body be relaxed. Good. And last time. And then bring your feet together. Bend the knees. Hands above the knees on the thighs. Look down at the floor and make circles with the knees. Lengthen the back of the neck. Don't grip the shoulders up around the ears. Pull them down away from the ears. Keep the heels on the ground. Yeah, good. And then reverse. You feel that in your tailbone, low back releasing. Good. Last couple. And then inhale. Let's step the feet hip-width distance apart. Raise the arms up, root into the feet as you raise the arms, and then exhale. Press the prana down through the core of the body into the earth. As you inhale, raise the arms overhead. Look up if it's okay for your neck, and feel yourself rooting Apanavayu, the downward wind, down into the earth. Exhale, then reinforce that as you press. Feel like you're pressing the air. One more. Inhale. Chin down. Exhale. Do you want to try Samasuchi again? Where's Amber? Yeah, she wants to rock on. Now, you don't have to do this, but we played around with it last week. So squatting is great. Whatever kind of squatting you can do. Like if you can't do this squat, just do the parallel squat. I'll show you the easy option for squatting here. Take your hands in prayer. Feet are parallel. And all you're going to do is bend and let the hips come back just a little bit, but keep the navel drawn in towards the tailbone. Come down to a good level for you, and then inhale from the shin bones and the feet up. Make sure your feet are parallel, honey. Exhale, feet are parallel as you come down, knees are right over the big toes. And then inhale, using the shin bones and the feet. Okay, so that's easy variation. Now this next one is called Samasuchi. Your heels are kissing each other. The inner heels are touching, the toes are slightly turned out. For those of you who can't come all the way down, just to go halfway down, turn the palms down as you exhale and come down. Let the heels come off the floor so your body is upright. Don't lean, don't lean. Knees go wide. Then turn the palms up. Inhale from the ball of the feet. Let the heels come down as soon as you can and then straighten. Yeah. Exhale as you turn the hands. That tells your body it's time to descend. Then turn the palms up. Inhale as you come up. Heels root right as soon as you can. Good. Shoulder blades down. Yeah. Turn. Exhale. Keep your inner heels kissing. Like French kissing. Like squish them together. What did we call it in high school? Sucking face. Okay, turn. Really. Kiss them. Kiss, 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 kiss. Don't let them separate. This is a great love story. The inner heels. Inhale. Come up. Better. 30 more. No, I'm kidding. Let's do 3 more. Turn. This is how we counteract all the stagnation that comes with sitting on our butts and meditating. Circulation, building strong bones in the legs, good for the blood. 1 more, or 2 more. And come up. Let's call it a day. All right. If you want, bring your hands to your chest in prayer. Then exhale. You're going to fold forward if you want to. My back won't let me. Exhale. Uttanasana. Feet parallel. Feet together. Feet parallel now. Yeah. There you go. Let your head go heavy. That heavy bowling ball, that great brain you have. Gratitude for the big brain. Let the heavy head pull the spine, tractioning. Yeah, if you want to interlace your fingers behind your back and stretch the shoulders, feel free to do that. Just keep breathing. Bend the knees if you need to. Good. All right. And then slowly release and come up. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, hands down. Now we're going to do the ba like a sheep 3 times. You're going to inhale, cross the arms at the chest, and then when you exhale, you're going to ba like a sheep and shake it out and just really go crazy. Not crazy, but like let it all. What you're doing is when you shake, you actually are trying to shake the lungs and the heart. So you're really shaking the whole rib cage. And ba like a sheep. All right, let's do 3 times. Inhale. Ba. Shake the head 2. Inhale again. Ba. Last time. Inhale. Ba. Good. Inhale, feet together, hands together. We close with a little bow. Honoring each other. Thank you very much. Yay. Okay, let's sit back down. How are your feet feeling? You know what I'm missing? I'm missing this. Don't your feet just want to do this? So Samasuchi, so the squatting is also, this is really good. Take this for about 5 to 10 breaths. Just see, even if you just touch it. You're sitting on your heels, the toes are turned, they're bent, the knees are wide. This stretches the back of the feet, opens up those, that fascia and the tendons and the muscles, all that area, even the bones get to spread with toe torture. And let the sits bones really wade into the heels. Like, don't shy away from that. The mudra is to hug the fingers around the thumbs. And let's take 3 more breaths here of total ease, as if nothing were happening down below. Yeah, and if that's not good for the knee, you can also be up like that. Good. Relax the shoulders. Good. Okay, so you can spend the rest of the class in this position if you want to. Sometimes I work like this because, I have a spine injury in my L5S1, and pressure, like sitting on my butt, sitting on the sits bones, creates more impact. And I find if I sit like this, it's lighter on the low back. It's like it spreads the weight and it's less pressure on the whole spine. Because if you notice, like when you're in this position, the tailbone has plenty of space. It's like if you had a big tail, it could just, drop down to the ground. Amber's looking at me like I'm crazy. That's what that look was. Great. Okay, you can come down now. Come down off your throne. Leave your body alone. You can come down now. Somebody must change. So, refuge. Where do you guys go for refuge? Just let's get out of the Buddhist frame for a second. Like, some of you were here last week, and thank you for the grapes, whoever gave me the grapes. Who gave me the grapes? Thank you. I'm going to eat one. And then, like, if I was Baba Haridas, I would throw the grapes out to people. Like, he used to do that with the kids. The kid during satsang, he'd have little candy wrappers, and the kids loved that. I took my kids once at Mount Madonna when he was still alive, and he didn't talk. He didn't talk for I don't know how long, like 30. I don't know. I'm making this up. Many years, like a few decades. He built the whole Mount Madonna. How many people have been to Mount Madonna? Isn't it beautiful there? It's in the Santa Cruz Mountains. If you ever have a chance to do a retreat there, I recommend it. They've created a beautiful community, and he did the whole thing in silence and writing instructions on a little chalkboard. He was a wonderful man. And the kids loved him because he would throw candy into the audience. So, refuge, refuge. In the meditation, we felt taking refuge in each breath, taking refuge in the mandala of the body, taking refuge in the wish-fulfilling jewel of Buddha nature, our own mind. What did that feel for you? Also, were there other feelings or places that you go for refuge? You ready, Suzanne? Wake up, girl. You're going to catch it in your mouth. That was a bad throw. Sarah, don't tell Sam I'm throwing food. Here, want to catch? Here we go. No, I'm talking to you. What's your name?
Cam.
You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Nice. See, that was a better throw. I gave you a chance. Suzanne, you didn't have a fair chance there. They're good, too. Here. Yeah. This is a way to stay awake. Who wants one? She was like, that was good. Your turn to talk. Refuge. What does it mean? Yes. For you.
I thought a lot about refuge last week.
Can we do mic, Sarah? Because I'm sure there are folks on the interweb who want to hear. Thanks, sweetie.
Let me try the channel.
You can go ahead and ask the question if you want. Oh, who wants another one? Oh. These are good. You guys want one? Who wants another one? Good catch. They're good, aren't they? All right. I'll repeat the question.
Okay.
Let's support your voice with your belly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought a lot about refuge last week.
All right.
And I realized maybe I have no idea what refuge is.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was kind of like this weird thing that I learned giving birth.
Mm.
And I was listening to Christopher Wallace's podcast, and out of nowhere, at the end of an episode, he said, I wrote it down for you. He said, taking refuge is inviting the experience of what's always already true.
Mm.
The reason taking refuge works is that you are already in her arms.
And what did that elicit in you?
Something closer to surrender or letting go of grasping. As a contrast to like a more Christian sense of refuge that I grew up around, that was like, you're big, I'm small. It doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't imbue
Yeah.
power or equanimity. That this is something different.
And does that give you a sense of like a place of refuge, like of ease when you think of going for refuge?
Honestly, only conceptually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah. No, it's not always an easy thing to find or to even know where to go for it or what it would feel like. So, but now you're thinking about it, and that is a beautiful quote. Thank you for sharing that. It's like the remembering that divinity or the Buddha nature, however you want to label it, the unnameable, that's already perfect and already present within you. And that is like being embraced by the arms of the Great Mother, like coming home. That's beautiful. Thank you. Isn't it? It is grace when podcasts and weird things speak to you. It's beautiful. So who else? Refuge. Yes.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Thing that will ultimately take you to your true nature and lead you to your unencumber you, I guess. And we take refuge in teachings, and it's like this is the medicine. This is what is going to make us well. We take refuge in so many false things all the time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the only true refuge is that which gets rid of our illusions and leads us to our true nature. And
Yes. No, thank you. Beautiful. Yeah, I love how you brought to the fore the contrast between false refuge and true refuge. It's a beautiful teaching. And I mean, what are false refuges? Drugs, alcohol, behaviors that are destructive. I'm not saying all drugs and alcohol are bad. I'm just not like that pure, but like if we're going, those are false places of refuge. They won't give us the ultimate release and protection and liberation that our soul wants, but might not even know that it wants that if we haven't been exposed to teachings that tell us it's possible. But there's some longing in there. Like the Dalai Lama says that we might not be able to prove that our true nature is goodness, is good, basically good. But he said we long for that. And we don't long for hell and suffering. We long for joy. We long for happiness. And he says that is a clue that that is our basic nature, that that's the truth. And so knowing how to take refuge in that and to stabilize in that and trust ourselves in that, that's the healing journey of befriending ourselves with practice. And then that's, the true refuge are teachings, teachers, communities, experiences that help us come home to our true nature. So it's another way of saying, reiterating what you just shared. Yeah, what else?
well, I think a lot about there's so many like pervasive karmic patterns, and at least for me, I have some shame around that and things
Yeah,
that happened maybe lifetimes ago,
yeah,
and maybe about abandoning practice. And how do you sometimes refuge doesn't feel enough,
mm,
I don't know. It's kind of maybe too personal, but you just have to keep continuing.
yeah. Do you mean refuge doesn't feel like enough because you're kind of not wanting to go for refuge, or because you need to do more or have other aspects of practice?
I think sometimes our own self-limiting beliefs get in the way of refuge, even
Yeah,
though we know what's ultimately good for us,
yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I've sensed you were getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like an inertia or a stubbornness or old karmic patterns that keep us from doing the things that we know are good for us, right? It's very common, frustrating human nature. I know I should get up. I know I should go to bed early. I know I should get up early. I know I shouldn't look at my phone first thing in the morning. I know I should. We know what we should do, but we don't do it. Why? Why? Yeah, I mean, that is a hard nut to crack, but there are a lot of, little tricks we can do, or go on retreat to refresh our commitment and get re-inspired. Retreat is so important. Retreat, my friends, If you haven't gone on retreat, find a way to go on retreat. There are free retreats like in Goenka tradition. There are sliding scale retreats. Find a weekend, find a place around the bay or somewhere within arm's reach that you can either go in a group retreat or rent a cabin somewhere, a little Airbnb. Taramandala has beautiful retreat cabins in southwest Colorado. That's one of my home bases. Pema Osaling in the Santa Cruz Mountains, Mount Madonna. Vajrapani has cute little cabins. Rent a little cabin. They keep the prices low. Take some of your favorite books and your practices and just be with yourself and journal and take walks and be in silence and be simple and reconnect with the reason that you came to this in the first place. It's hard in this daily life to feel inspired sometimes. We're really strung out. A lot of us, the Bay Area is stressful. You've got to really grind to survive here, for the most part. And I think we don't realize how grinded down we are, ground down we are here until we get out. So I feel like the inertia can be smoothed over or at least befriended and gobbled up and then transformed into fuel for the path when we surround ourselves in wholesome environments that are more sattvic, like the word sattva means like balanced and like good, whole, sweet. It's hard to translate exactly, sattva. Yeah, and there's of course a myriad of other ways I could answer that, but I think I'll allow some time for somebody else to make a comment. And then I thought I would share refuge prayer with you. Do you want to learn that? Does anybody else want to talk while I write something out?
I wonder,
Yes.
is there, can people overdo seeking refuge? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what,
Yeah.
is there like, at what point it becomes escapism and,
Right. Yeah.
And it's kind of weird for me to kind of assess, because when, in the retreat situations, you are very balanced and attuned, and it's like it's a good state. It feels like the normal working reality is not the not the not a sustainable way to live anyway. So I don't know if it's actually good to kind of lean toward the more retreat life over the busy, like
Yeah.
grindy ones.
Yeah. 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 I think we need to manifest and take a rest. Manifest, work, and then chill. Grind and then unwind. I just made up a good new one.
Because for me, that cycle is like kind of like every weekend.
Right.
Even when I'm traveling, I get pulled into ashram spaces, so it's like I've been living on ashrams all the time. But then I do hold work too, so.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of, and also your question is reminding me about like the mindset that we can get into, especially in spiritual circles, of like always fixing ourselves. And then we don't realize that rajasic, it's not sattvic, it's rajasic, which means it's like the engine that's always going, going, going. And we don't realize that we're in this habit pattern of always needing to process our stuff. Do you have friends like that? You're like, do we have to process all the time? Can we live our life? One of my best friends is like that. She doesn't watch. Like, I love her. And then I'm like, can we just like go out and go to a disco or something? Like have some fun? So it's a little bit like that too. Like, yeah. The word for retreat, this also is similar to the theme of like, why retreat? Well, the word in Tibetan for retreat is tsam. Tsam. And it means boundary. So you demarcate a place special, and you draw the boundary, and you ask for blessings and permission from the land and elemental spirits, and you make offerings and prayers, and then you do your retreat, and there's inner, outer, and secret boundaries. So the outer boundary would be the land. You're not going to leave the square mile that your retreat cabin's on. Maybe you don't want to see people, and you don't want people to see you. And then the inner boundary is, let me get this right, the inner boundary, maybe there's just outer and inner. It's probably secret. The Tibetans do that all the time. Outer, inner, and secret. Sometimes they even go the secret innermost. There's 4. But the inner boundary, which I love, is the mind, right? So we set the boundary. I'm not going to stray. I'm going to stay. I'm not going to pick up that cell phone. I'm going to draw the inner boundary so that I can go deep into the depths of my psyche and my healing process. So it's important to know when to make the tsams in our life and when to open, because then at the end of the retreat you consciously open the boundaries. You make a soak offering of food and drink and music. There's this whole ritual, beautiful puja, and you make offerings and you consciously dedicate the merit of your retreat, and you open the boundary, and it's a big moment. And if somebody's done a long retreat, their community will come, and like a Tar Mandala will come and welcome them out of their retreat. So I guess it's just about experience and self-awareness of when do I retreat or take refuge, when do I go inside and replenish, and then when am I ready to go back out and put on my boxing gloves and fight traffic in Berkeley because we have too many students at Cal. Sangye Chidang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu. We'll start this tonight and we'll finish it next week. Jangchu Bardu Dagni. Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi. I'm just going to do this. This is the first half. This is Tibetan, which people find harder than Sanskrit because it doesn't roll off the tongue like Sanskrit does. Sangye, Sangye. Say Sangye. Ch. This is silent. Don't. Ch. Dang. Sok. Gi. Chok. Nam. La. Sangye Chudang, Sangye Chudang, Tsoki Chok Nam La, Tsoki Chok Nam La. Good. Jangchu, Bardu, Dakni, Kyap Su Chi. Jangchu Bardu, Dakni, Kyap Su Chi. Jangchu Bardu, Dakni, Kyap Su Chi. Good. So there are 4 lines to this. The first 2 are refuge. The second 2 are bodhicitta. So we'll do that next week. This is refuge. So, Sangye. Who knows what Sangye means? Buddha. It's a good guess though. Sangye. Sangye. Sangye is a compound word. Sang means purified. Ge means complete. Doesn't mean gay. No, I'm kidding. Gay means completely fruitioned.
Is it like Sam Buddha in Pali?
Not. So Tibet had their own spoken language long before they had an alphabet. They basically adapted the Sanskrit alphabet for their own written alphabet because they didn't have that. But they had to morph it onto a pre-existing spoken language that is not Chinese, it's not Sanskrit, it's not Pali, it's its own. It's a Tibeto-Burmese language family. It's connected to Burma and Tibet, Tibeto-Burmese. So Sangye is Buddha, completely fruitionized. Sangye, what time is it? Does anybody know what time it is? Oh, good, okay. Che, say che. When you have an S suffix, it makes it a soft ch. Remember on the kirtan night we did a practice, a ritual called ch. You remember that? That had a D suffix, so you do a sharp cutoff. But with the ch, with the soft cutoff sound, that means dharma. Dharma. Dang means and. Tsok. Tsok means Tsok means to assemble or assembly or gathering. So we could say assembly. This will make sense in a moment. Yi is of. Chok is supreme. And that's plural. This is nam. Plural is a plural marker. La is two. So, who is the supreme assembly? Who do you think? So we've got the Buddha, we've got the Dharma. Who's missing? Yes, Sangha. Who said that? Yeah. So does it make sense that they would say that this is the supreme assembly? The Sangha is like pretty cool. This is like the cool kids. This is a cool crowd. If you want to be cool, you're Buddhist. No, literally, like the word for Buddhist in Tibetan is Nangpa. And do you know what that means? It's an interesting word. It means insider. But it's not about the club. It's about one who goes inside to practice. But it also does kind of have that feeling of like, yeah, we're on the inside. So 2 is leading us to the next line. Okay, so Jangchu. Jangchu. Jang also means to purified, and chup means to bring to fruition. It's funny, these two words are very similar. What do you think this means? So, you're probably not going to be able to guess. This means enlightenment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enlightenment, Jang chup. Because what is enlightenment? It's bringing all of our positive qualities to full fruition. And removing the kleshas, and purifying the karmic stains, the karmic obscurations, the afflictive emotions and mental confusions and all of that thing. We purify, and then the natural state shines through. So that's Jangchu. Bardo. Does anybody know the word bardo? What does bardo mean? In between? The liminal. So bardu means until. Isn't that interesting? So it's like a time that hasn't yet come. It's kind of like the bardo. You're in this in-between. Bardu means until. Isn't language cool? Dak ni. Dak means self, like me or I. Ni kind of intensifies, like I'm talking about me. Dak ni. And then kyap su chi is a phrase that goes together, which means basically I go for refuge. So translating Tibetan's a little wonky. You would say, I go for refuge in. So 2 is la is sometimes in. So here it's better in. It's a locative. In, then you come back here and you list it the same order. The Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, the Sangha. Until what? Enlightenment. So you can't rest, actually. You can't manifest, take a rest. You have to just manifest your Buddha stuff until the grand finale. Then you can take a rest. This is the rest. So let's say together. Sangye chu dang tsoki chok nam la jang chu bardu dagni kyap su chi. Again. Sangye chu dang tsoki chok nam la jang chu bardu dagni kyap su chi. One more time. Sangye chu dang tsoki chok nam la jang chu bardu dagni kyap su chi. So that's something, at the end of class you can take a picture if you want to learn it or memorize it, you can. And I'll teach you the next 2 lines next week. But it goes, Sangye chudang soki chognam la, jangju bardu dagni kyapsuchi, daki jinsoki peso namgi, drola penju sangye drubar sho. So that's the next two lines are about bodhicitta. It's a beautiful prayer. This is a prayer, like if you go to Tibetan pujas, if you go to temples, Dalai Lama teachings, this is a universal prayer that you'll find everywhere in every lineage. And it's believed to have been composed by the great Atisha Dipamkara. He was known as the refuge lama. He was an 11th century Mahayana teacher who helped to revive Dharma in Tibet after a couple hundred years of decline. Okay, class. I did used to teach Tibetan, could you tell? When I came back from Dharamsala in 1997 at UCSB, I was the first student in the department, the newly founded Department of Tibetan Buddhist Studies at UCSB. And there was nobody there who spoke or had studied Tibetan apart from Alan Wallace, who was the professor. And I was the first student in that department. The Dalai Lama came and inaugurated that. And after a quarter, Alan was like, Chandra, can you teach the introduction to Tibetan? Because I need to do the advanced stuff and I'm doing all these other seminars and I'm really stressed. And I said, what? These were all these smarty pant grad students who had already mastered Sanskrit. And, I was just going back to get my undergrad degree, but I was like older than everybody else. I looked like a grad student because I was about 5 years older than everybody else. Sangye chudang soki choknam la. Come on, guys. Okay, so this is how you do it. You put your hands in prayer and you really feel it. Sangye chudang soki choknam la, jangchu bardu dagni kyapsu chi. Good. And feel that. Now this is more kind of overtly like relative level foundational refuge. The more Dzogchen ultimate refuge is taking refuge in the nature of your own mind and the three vajras that I spoke of during practice. But this is a classic prayer. It's good for people who are into this to learn it. And if you're just kind of Buddhist curious and you're not really like going for refuge in the Buddha, that's okay too. But it gives you a sense of what refuge means and the commitment to again and again, like every morning when you come to your practice, say a prayer like this or a version of your own practice prayers that help you remember what you're doing, why you're doing it. And until I attain enlightenment in this life, next life, 100 lives from now, I continue to take refuge. What does that feel like? You have a home, you have a purpose. Meaning gives people joy. Happiness is dependent upon meaning and purpose. So find your purpose. It might be this, it might not be this, but find it. Yeah. Okay, let's dedicate the merit of our class for the benefit of all beings everywhere. Like a drop of water releasing into the ocean, this merit, when dedicated, becomes limitless. Thank you, everybody. One announcement I want to make is that in a few weeks, I am going out of the country, and I will be gone for 4 Tuesdays. And I have a wonderful substitute lined up. She's a Buddhist, she's a non-dual tantra teacher, and she's been teaching for a couple decades. She's very well respected in her field. She's familiar with Vajrayana and Tibetan tantra, but she's also very strong in the Kashmir Shaivism, or the non-dual Shaiva Tantra, and the Sri Vidya tradition. So I've asked her to tie that in and to expose you all to different ways of talking about the path in the non-dual Buddhist, Tantric, Hindu expressions of practice are not that dissimilar. It's really beautiful, yeah. So I'm forgetting her last name. She's a new friend, Lisa something. And yeah, I gave a talk at a conference she's organizing. So she's legit, you know. She's got authentic lineage and teachers in India who she travels to study with. So I feel good about this. I wanted to give you a series, like a bite size, something contained, so that new people could come and receive that, but also our ongoing folks can have some enrichment and different perspectives. So that will be after, I leave on the 12th, so it'll be that following Tuesday. What's today? So the 2nd, I'll be here on September 2nd, September 9th, and then Lisa will start on the 16th for 4 Tuesdays. So I'm warning you. So come, gobble this book up with me for the next couple weeks. Enjoy your Labor Day. Aren't you glad you didn't go to Burning Man? I saw a headline that, like, after the snowstorms, it just got worse. Not snow, the dust storms, things even just got worse. And then I didn't have time to read about it. I was wondering, did it rain or muddy again? Something like that? Does anybody know? Isn't it kind of fun to go, ha, 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 ha. I've never been, actually. I think it'd be fun to go once. But the techno thing, boom, 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 everybody's like, it goes all the time. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. How many people have been to Burning Man? Was it life-changing?
Not for me, no.
Yeah?
I also went a long time ago, 2008.
Oh, yeah.
Might be different if I go now.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
kind of younger,
Yeah,
more into the party scene back then.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not life-changing. How about you?
I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was 12.
You were you went when you were 12?
Yeah, my parents are there right now.
Okay. Amber, it explains everything. Oh.
It's fun seeing people naked. It just felt like more like real life. You know, because clothes
Yeah.
just contain people in a really funny way. And there's just like a bunch of naked people. It's like, yeah, this makes more sense.
I agree.
They have good environmental principles and like leave
Yeah,
no trace.
yeah.
Every kid should learn
Yeah.
no trace.
Yeah, no economy, no money. Just trade economy or whatever. Gift.
That's how kids live anyway, so that wasn't
Exactly. That wasn't a big deal,
yeah,
right?
kids don't really live in money worlds.
Would you take your son?
It's so expensive.
Right.
It costs so much money to exist at Burning Man.
Yeah.
It's a rich man's game.
Any other funny Burning Man stories? It's hard to top Amber's. Yeah, Suzanne.
I haven't been, but I'm curious for those people who have. I knew a French clairvoyant, and she said she went, and when the thing was burned, she just said it was like a really overwhelmingly kind of dark energy and just totally like uncontained. And I don't know. Do you guys get that vibe? I've never been.
I kept on getting Instagram feeds saying it's a ritual that's doing psychic attacks on people.
Oh
Like
no.
several of them. And then people would lose their creative spark for a long time. Like they had to seek multiple additional therapy to try to. I don't know if they got it back actually.
Interesting.
So,
That wasn't the original intent, you know, right? It was artists.
Hijacked. That's what they said. Like
Yeah.
more recently.
oh,
God, maybe the time came and went, you know. Maybe I'm not ever gonna go.
Needs like lots of protection from
Right. Right.
from
Big
other
sum,
parts.
lots of sum. Well, we have our own. Yeah, we've found our own refuge in the Dharma, and we're going to sleep well without techno tonight. Yay! All right, thanks everybody. So feel free to have some tea. Please help put your cushions up, that would be much appreciated if you line them up along the wall, just as you can see. And then there's tea in the lobby. Feel free to make new friends, introduce yourself to somebody you don't know.